Live, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Pain and Gain Pick'ems episode 9 of season 3. We got lots to talk about today, some good NFL games, and lots of big news going on in the NFL as well, especially with the big trades happening. We'll definitely get into those in a little bit. But before we get things started, we got to talk about the bye week teams. There are 6 of them: the Bears, the Browns, the Chargers, the Vikings, the Patriots, and the Steelers. If you're a fan of those 6 teams, I'm sorry, but you'll have to wait till next week, which means I will not be watching my Steelers this week. Oh, but it's all right, though.
No toilet paper. Damn it.
No worries. There's no Steelers, no toilet paper, none of that's this week. Steelers are not going to be playing this week. Not till next week. They got the Colts next week. But starting things off, though, one of the big things that happened with this team going on this matchup is one big trade the Bills made, and starting out with the Thursday night game, the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. The Bills got Kelvin Benjamin and destroyed the Oakland Raiders. I was completely wrong on that one. I thought the Oakland Raiders were going to win. They absolutely looked awful. And yeah, I'm just ready to see what happens with this game because this is definitely going to be an interesting game. Who do you got for this one?
I think that this is going to be actually a pretty close game. I mean, the Bills do come off that really impressive win. The Jets just come off their loss against the Falcons, 25-20. And, I think this is going to be a pretty close game. I mean, I just honestly think that this is going to be a pretty close one with these two. But my pick for this one is the Bills over the Jets in this one, 27-23.
I really think that the Bills with Calvin Benjamin are going to be scary. I think they could honestly beat the Patriots. I think as much as the Patriots weak as the Patriots defense is bad in the last couple of weeks, they're still not that good. The Patriots defense is still not that good. I honestly think that the Bills with Calvin Benjamin and Tyler Taylor looking this good, I think they could go for a playoff spot. So yeah.
Very possible.
With that being said, I got the Bills. I don't know if Benjamin will play. He's 50-50 to play. I think the Bills will win. I think it will be close because the Jets do need something. They're better than who people thought they were. I'm going to say Bills 27, Jets 24. Now let's go to the next one. Oh, okay, this is one of my blowouts. The Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. Oh, God. Pray for the Colts.
They need the luck, in my opinion. So, yeah, I don't think it's gonna be like much of a like a blowout to me, but it is gonna be like not a close one in my opinion. I mean, this is just not a great matchup in my opinion. The Colts are still without luck, and whenever he decides to come back, he's gonna help them at least, but it's not gonna help them that much, but it is going to help them win some games. But this one's just not really a very good matchup. Like I said, I have the Texans definitely over the Colts, 26-17.
Here's the thing, though. From what I heard about the Indianapolis Colts, Andrew Luck won't be back for the next 2 games. From what I heard, at least the next 2 games. Week 11, he might be able to play. From what I heard, I'm not 100%. He might be able to play, but it's very unlikely right now. He won't be playing the next 2 weeks. And the Colts are going to lose both of those next weeks. I'm already going to get my give you a little spoiler for next week. But yeah, Indianapolis, good luck. The Colts are one of the worst teams in the AFC, probably as bad as the Browns. Here's my thing. I think the Browns have a better defense than the Colts do. Because the Colts right now are 31st in the league in overall defense. That's embarrassing. Even though I was like Jacoby Brissett, I knew him from Dwyer when he played at Dwyer High School. That was a rival. So I knew my buddy Nick O'Leary for the Bills. Yeah, I don't really see the Colts doing much, unfortunately. The problem is Jacoby Brissett's on a bad team. That's the problem. Give me the Houston Texans in a blowout. I'm going to say 34-10. 34-10, Houston Texans.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, this might be a decent game. We'll see about it, but it's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are coming off a bye. The Cincinnati Bengals are coming off a close win against the Indianapolis Colts. I'm going to go first on this one. Honestly, in my opinion, though, the Bengals, they kept it close with the Colts, and they really should have blown them out. They had so many good opportunities to take the lead, but yet they couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
The Jacksonville Jaguars are getting a lot of rest. Leonard Fournette will play, which is nice. They're coming off a 27-0 win the last game they played against the Colts. And I honestly think Jacksonville at home just seems like a better team. They seem like a good pick. And I just think Cincinnati just doesn't seem like a strong pick here. Give me the Jaguars. The
Jaguars.
Get the win over the Bengals. I think this will be closer a little bit, but I think Jacksonville in the end will take the lead late from Andy Dalton interception, 27-17.
Almost the same predicament as mine because I'm going with the Jaguars as well. Man, I definitely agree with everything that was said in that one, and I think it's going to be a pretty close one by a touchdown, 27-20 in favor of Jacksonville. The Jaguars.
It'll be good though because definitely bring down on the standings too. That's what I'm hoping for as well. So next up is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the New Orleans Saints. What a game this is going to be, said no one ever. The Buccaneers are going to get destroyed. I'm sorry. The Saints offense is just too good right now. The Saints look like the best team in the NFC South. The Falcons are just they're just disappointing. They're chokers. The Buccaneers are an absolute dumpster fire right now with Jameis Winston not looking his best, only scoring three points against the Panthers. That's embarrassing. At home, they were like, I know someone that went to the game. It was half full. The stadium was pretty much almost half full. That's embarrassing. The Buccaneers are just a complete disappointment. I think it was a terrible move for them to fire Lovie Smith. I think that if they would have kept Lovie Smith, they would have been a bit better. But still, though, I don't like Dirk. I don't like Dirk Cotter. I really don't like his schemes. I really don't like his play calling. I think he's one of the main reasons why the Bucs are so bad this year. Give me the Saints to absolutely destroy the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm sorry. As much as I have a ton of Buccaneers friends, they don't even know what's going on right now. Saints 38, Bucs 20.
Interesting statement there, but however, from my opinion of this game, I actually think that this is going to be an actually close game to me. I really don't see this as a blowout. I mean, the Buccaneers have a good quarterback, and I know with everybody's opinion, they probably have a different one than what I say, but I honestly think this is going to be close. I think this is going to come down to a field goal, and it's going to be a game-winning field goal by the Saints, 26-23.
All right, so it could be. I'd like to see a close game, but more than likely, just like how Dirk Cotter is right now, it's not going to look good. Next up is the Los Angeles Rams versus the New York Giants in the Meadowlands. What do you have to say about this, Steve?
This matchup is a fairly okay matchup. I mean, the Rams are doing really well with a 5-2 record, while the Giants are 1-6, which is a little surprising, but not maybe that much to some people. But I think this is going to be a fairly decent game to watch. But my pick is the Rams to beat the Giants by 10 points, 30-20.
Yeah, both teams are coming off a bye, which definitely means a neutral playing ground. It is the fact that the teams that are playing on the West Coast, playing a 1 o'clock game, don't do as well. I think this will be close because of that fact, but I'm still picking the Rams over the Giants. The Giants have one of the worst offensive lines in the league. They're in a deep load of trouble. Ben McAdoo's seat is on the hot seat. I got the Rams. I think it's going to be ugly, but I think they'll get the job done 20-17. Next up, the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. Oh, this should be definitely a good game. The Panthers are 5-3. The Falcons are 4-3. Both teams won their last games. What do you think is going to happen?
This definitely looks like a really good matchup. I mean, both teams, well, the Panthers have a good record with 5-3, but the Falcons have a 4-3 record. And I said last week that I thought that they'd be like only have 1 or 2 losses in the standings, but I still think this should be. I heard an echo, but that's all right. Anyway, I think this should be a pretty good matchup. I think it's going to be pretty close, and Matt Ryan versus Cam Newton, definitely a matchup that's definitely good to see. Give me the Falcons over the Panthers in this one, 27-23.
For me, I will agree with you. This is definitely a do or die game because the Falcons need this game more than the Panthers do. The Falcons really do need to start turning up a notch, and I really think they could get this done if they really do have a good chance at it. I think they will definitely have a good game. I think it's definitely one of the better 1 o'clock games of the week. Unfortunately, I will not be able to watch mostly because I'll be at work, but still. I think the Falcons need this game more than the Panthers do. Give me the Falcons to win this game. I think they'll be close. I'm going to say I think this will actually go to overtime.
Ooh, very possible.
29-23 in overtime. Matt Ryan wins it with a game-winning touchdown pass to Austin Hooper.
Nice.
Next up, the one team that's absolutely terrible right now and one team that's flying just like an eagle. The Eagles versus the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
What do you get to say?
Yeah, I mean, the Eagles are amazing right now. They're definitely flying like an eagle for sure. I mean, they're 7-1. I mean, well, you got Torrey Smith on there, a great wide receiver, and not only that, a bunch of other players there too. But if I'm not mistaken, the Eagles have acquired a running back.
That's right.
I can't remember his name, but I know his last name.
And Alex was pissed.
I know. I mean,
Oh, man. Dolphins fans, I know a lot of Dolphins fans, and they were pissed. They were saying, there goes the season.
It is. And, well, for some of them. But, we'll get to the Dolphins soon. But anyway, I'm sure that he'll definitely play in this game, and he'll get a lot of playing time. And not only that, Alex sent me a picture of a jersey of or whatever his name is for the Dolphins that he got. It was on clearance for $50. I'm like, wow, that's awesome. But I'm sorry they traded. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry they traded him. He's like, well, that's NFL. But yeah, but we do wish him the best with the Eagles, and I'm sure he's going to do a great job. And I'm sure as well he'll do a great job in this game, as I definitely have the Eagles over the Broncos, 27-20.
One thing I could just think of right now when I think of the Eagles right now, like I have a lot of family and friends that are Eagles fans, but one YouTuber in general right now is just having a great time with this season. That person's EDP445. He's like, Eagles are really good right now, and they are looking pretty strong. He's pretty happy about it. I'm honestly pretty happy about it too because it's finally time the Eagles are this good, man. Yes, you know what this reminds me of? This kind of season kind of reminds me of a little bit. Even though the record's a lot better than this team, it kind of reminds me a little bit of the 2005 Steelers a little bit, just because Carson Wentz is in second year looking very strong. Ben Roethlisberger's looking really strong his second year. We'll see what happens, though, with the Eagles, but I really think that the Eagles right now just have a great defense. They have a great offense. They can pound the ball with the running game. Their wide receivers are top-notch. I really think that the Eagles can really make some noise. I think they'll be the number 1 seed in the NFC. But right now, they got to get through the Denver Broncos. And the Broncos right now are just average. Their defense literally is getting way too tired from having to catch up because their offense can't do anything. That's the problem this team. They have a great defense, but no offense. And with no offense, you're not going to win many games. Give me the Philadelphia Eagles to fly, Eagles fly, all the way to a big win. I'm going to say 27-16. Now, this game is a little bit tricky for me. I don't know who to pick for this one. Baltimore Ravens and Tennessee Titans, because one of the things I always say, though, is the Ravens are coming off a long rest, but the Titans are coming off a bye. But go ahead. I'll go first real quick.
Yeah, you might as well, because I'm I'm gonna have a handful. So
All right, no problem. And last week it was a coin flip. This week it definitely seems a little bit more convincingly that this game will definitely be a lot closer. The Titans are coming off a week where they did not look good against the Browns and had the bye week. Did the Titans really fix their problems? I hope they did, because right now the Titans are kind of disappointing. They're still in the top of their. They're still one of the top teams of their division, but just from an overall standpoint, they're just disappointing. I don't know what it is about them. I just see a humongous amount of disappointment, which they shouldn't be that disappointing. Like, their team just doesn't look that strong right now. They don't. They look average. They look like what's that one team? They look average, honestly. But honestly, from what the Ravens did last week, they have a little bit of time on their belt before they go to the bye week. This will be their last game going to the bye. I think the Ravens will get this win done. I think they will get this win. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think the Ravens will have Justin Tucker kick the game-winning field goal, because most of this game is going to be field goals. So give me the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to pick them 19-16.
okay. From what I saw on Thursday night's game against the Dolphins, all I can say is holy shit. Now, let's start off with how this started. Now, first of all, when the game started, I had some folks, family friends, that went to the game, and there was barely anybody at the game. The attendance was very low, and there must have been like a lot of sold out seats, especially in the lower section and all that. But, well, for one, it was a Thursday. It's a work week for some people, and some people just don't give a damn about the Ravens anymore because of the whole, I'm not even going to mention it because they don't want to move on. And, I mean, what can I say about the game from Thursday? I mean, this absolutely was unexpectedly and just not something, that I expected to happen. And, well, not only that, Flacco was doing pretty well, but then the whole thing started by some moron named Kiko Alonso. So when I saw what happened, now, first of all, he had to dive he had to slide to get that first down or whatever, but all the people come out of nowhere and say, well, Flacco was in position to get hit like that. If Flacco slid like that and he got hit like that. And some people even said he deserved to be hit like that. He did not deserve to be hit.
No, he didn't. I will, as a Steeler fan, I would say no, he didn't deserve to be hit like that.
There's too much crap that people say, man. You people think you know so much about the Ravens and you put so much crap on them, but you got to remember, the Ravens are doing this for all of you. They are playing to score touchdowns for you and entertain all of you. They're not there to protest or do any of that shit. Just watch the game and just enjoy it. But don't keep ranting, because you know why? You keep on ranting, it's just going to get you nowhere but people getting pissed at you. That's all it's going to get you. Just move on from the past and just stop talking about all that shit. Just watch the game and just stop, with all this ranting bullshit. It's getting on my nerves, and you all just don't need to keep on doing that. Now, Flacco leaves the game with a cut on his ear and a concussion, supposedly, too. That also breaks out into a fight with everybody else. And, then they're now saying that there's possibly going to be a suspension or a fine or both for Alonso. But instead, they bring in Ryan Mallett and they score several more points, and they make the score by a final 40-0. And I'm like,
it's probably the most complete game the Ravens have played all year.
I have never seen the Ravens shut out a team. I have never seen that. The only biggest score I've seen the Ravens do was against the Green Bay Packers on Monday Night Football, when Kyle Bowler was our quarterback and Brett Favre was still the quarterback. And the score was like, I don't know, 51-10 or 17 or something, whatever the score was. That was the only one I've seen where a score like that was that big. I mean, I've never seen them shut out a team like that, but I got to say that was a great game, and I don't expect, to see another thing like that, but if they would, that would be pretty impressive. But anyway, but the good news is Flacco is scheduled to play for Sunday, and Danny Woodhead has returned to practice. Don't know if he's going to play, but we already have Alex Collins at running back, and the guy is doing amazing. This guy, was cut by the Seahawks, as they said, and he's doing, a really great job for us. Terrence West, who is still missing time, but that's all right because we got him. And Perryman has been banged up. Mike Wallace, I think, missed the game, and Jeremy Maclin played. But as long as, they're healthy as well, there you go. But, excuse me. So, as for this game, this should be a pretty good matchup. I mean, I have to go with the Ravens in this one. I mean, I have to definitely go with them because I think it's a wise choice to go with them, and I just have to go for my team. I mean, there are some times when I have going against the Ravens, but that was like last year or a couple years ago. But anyway, I do expect this to be a pretty good matchup. And folks, I apologize, for all that ranting going on, but I had to say all that. But so anyway, give me the Ravens to get the victory over the Titans, 27-20, and thank you.
I was gonna say though, I was looking at the file, and it was actually 48-3 Ravens that they ended up winning that game.
Okay,
48-3 over the Packers.
Well, it was somewhere around that, but I just thought the Packers had more points than that. But
still pretty incredible though.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on, I guess.
Next game, the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. Oh, dear God, this game is going to be terrible. Well, I also do have to say this, though. We could see the debut of Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yes, very possible.
I would like to see that, honestly. Either Beathard might get pulled. I would like to see Beathard get pulled and then put in Garoppolo. It might be too early for him to put him in, but I think with enough practice, I think Garoppolo could get the start. It's right now it's a very small chance that he will get to start. The Cardinals have to rely on Drew Stanton coming after a bye weekend after being blown out 33-0. But the 49ers got blown out pretty bad against the Eagles. This game, I really, really, really don't think many people will watch. I bet the stands for this game are probably going to be like maybe a few thousand, maybe like less than 10,000 people. I would not be surprised if there was less than 10,000 people that went to this game. But in my opinion, if the 49ers do things right, I would love to see them win. But Drew Stanton's a more established quarterback than C.J. Beathard and Jimmy Garoppolo. So give me the Cardinals, unfortunately. I like to see this, but I'd like to see the 49ers get their first win. If the 49ers get their first win here, I'd be very surprised. But yeah, I'd like to see the Arizona Cardinals do something, but this game is going to be a very bad game. I'm going to say final score 9-6.
Wow. Well, if the new quarterback, Jimmy, would start in that game, it would be a whole different story. But yeah, like you said, they could put him in the next quarter, or if the game is out of hand or whatever it is. But the 49ers eventually would get their first win, and it probably would be with the new guy at the starting job. But I'm definitely picking the Cardinals in this one too, but not like that low of a score though. I say Cardinals 27 and 49ers 16.
All right. Next up, Redskins and Seahawks in the Seattle, Washington area. And this game could be interesting. Kirk Cousins versus Russell Wilson. The Seahawks had a great game last week. The Redskins did not play well against the Cowboys. Who do you got and why?
Get my score back up. There we go. Thank you. I definitely have the Seahawks in this one. Why? Because it's my choice for it, and I just think they're the better choice to win it rather than Redskins. I mean, yeah, like you said, I was watching that game, the Redskins and Cowboys in Landover, and it was pouring down raining. I mean, same here in our area too, and I was like, wow, man, it was tough. Like, it's tough in them conditions when you play football like that. It causes like a lot of fumbles or missed field goals and all that. But it just was a crazy game. But and I know I think I picked the Cowboys in that last game to win. I can't remember. But anyway, that just was a pretty crazy game. But I expect this to be a close game. I say Seahawks take the victory, 27-20.
I agree with you. The Seahawks will definitely take care of this game. The Redskins right now, you don't know what they're going to be. They're a mixed bag for me. What was it? They're kind of like the Titans a little bit, but yeah, I got the Seahawks winning this game. I just think the Seahawks right now are just much better. They have more momentum after getting that win against Houston. Seahawks, I'm going to say 30-28. I think it'll be close though. Next up is the Chiefs and Cowboys, and oh boy, how my pick for this game completely changed within the past 2 days. Why? Because Ezekiel suspension is officially active. It's locked in. He's going to start serving. There's no way to get out of it at this point. He'll be gone for the next 6 games. And now the Kansas City Chiefs coming to town after beating the Broncos. I don't see how the Cowboys win this one. I really don't. I like Alfred Morris. He's a former FAU Owl. But the Cowboys, I think Morris just needs more time to get adjusted to the starting role. But I think this will be a shootout. I'm going to say Kansas City gets the win 34-30.
I definitely agree with that. I mean, I looked this over and I said, yeah, this actually could be a really good matchup. Man, I think it'll be pretty close as well. I am choosing the Kansas City Chiefs in this one over the Cowboys as well. I think honestly it's going to come down to like a fourth quarter touchdown from the Chiefs, Alex Smith to whoever the wide receiver or tight end that's open, or even the running back, just give it to him and score it touchdown, 33-27.
Nice. Oh, now we got this game, the Sunday Night Football game. Check your local listings. The Miami Dolphins versus the Oakland Raiders. Can you believe the Dolphins have gotten shut out twice in 1 year? That is incredible. I can't believe. I don't think I've ever seen a team get shut out
I never have either.
Twice in the season. Let me look up the record for how many teams the NFL team got shut out during the regular season. I'm going to look that up. What are your thoughts on this game, though?
That's an interesting thing. Yeah. Sunday Night Football between Oakland Raiders and Miami Dolphins. Dolphins looking to get back into the win column, and so are the Raiders too. I'm trying to think, like, if what's his name, the guy who started for the Dolphins, Matt Moore is his name, or
Matt Moore.
I'm trying to think if he's going to start, or if Cutler is, or if he's going to be ready or not, or whatever. So, Matt Moore is a good quarterback. I mean, he did, okay in the game, but he just didn't have his stuff. I mean, in my opinion, I'm just saying, I said this before, Cutler should have stayed retired, and I think they should just stick with Matt Moore for being the quarterback. And my pick in this game, Raiders and Dolphins, my pick is the Raiders over the Dolphins. I think they're going to get back into the win column with a 26-20 victory.
All right. For me, I think the most is like if the Dolphins get shut out a third time, I think that's the record. But dude, holy crap though. The Dolphins getting rid of J.J. was one of the worst things they could have done. I don't think no years.
It just made no sense.
It made no sense exactly because J.J. is like your best running back, and yet now you have to rely on Kenyon Drake. It's like
never heard of him.
He was from Alabama a few years ago. I know that's all I know. The Oakland Raiders are getting Marshawn Lynch back, and they did lose against the Bills. But I think being a Sunday night game, I think they'll be more prepared, and I think they'll have a much better chance of getting that win. So give me the Oakland Raiders to win. I'm gonna say 38-28. I think it'll be a higher scoring game, but it will mostly be passing, and then Marshawn Lynch running. So, right, so now that we got now we got both our thoughts. This is the last game of the week.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Are you ready for some football? Detroit Lions versus the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau Field for Monday night. And this is an interesting game because you got the Packers coming off a bye week, and then after that, before that, they got blown up. They lost to the Saints. The Detroit Lions lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers last week, are looking to get revenge and beat the Packers in their home stadium in a primetime game, and it definitely can make them get back in the AFC and the NFC North contention. So for me, I really don't know how Brett Hundley's going to do. He has a lot of time to prepare for this game. I really don't know how he's going to do, though. So give me the Detroit Lions to win this game. I think Detroit played Pittsburgh very well. I think they're definitely a much better team what people give them. So give me the Detroit Lions. I'm going to say 31-24.
I actually look at this game and I look this over and I say I think Hundley for the Packers is actually I think he's going to do pretty well. I think he's going to do pretty well, and this game is going to go into a 24-24 tie, and it's going to go to overtime, and the Packers will win it with a 27-24 field goal in overtime.
Oh, wow. So we're both different on that one. That's crazy. All right.
It is, actually, but yeah.
That game could go either way, honestly. I will say that, though, because NFC North was wide open without Aaron Rodgers, though. It's definitely wide open. If Aaron Rodgers were playing, I would have easily picked the Packers. But
yeah, well, it is what it is, man. That's just my feeling, but everybody else has different opinions. But yeah,
exactly. So that will do it for us for our NFL picks for week number 9. Week number 9. Let us know your picks in the comments below of who you think will win these games. Thank you for joining me as always, Steve. And with that being said, say your final goodbyes and let's get it on out here.
Yeah. Thank you all for watching the Painting Game Pick'ems with LC Muscles and myself for week number 9. And enjoy the games as usual, as I always say. And please check out my channel as well. And of course, Lucas's channel. Please check out all his awesome stuff. And so once again, thanks again for watching. And screw you, Kiki Alonso, and go Ravens. Quote the Raven, nevermore. Thank you.
See you later and stay awesome. And I'm trying to think of a good outro, but what's a good one?
Whatever you can think of. I mean, it'll be funny.
I'm just trying to think. Oh, there's lots to think of, especially the trash of Ronda, and the Hobby, and the worst champions. It was a joke at first and it was funny, but now it sucks. Motherfuck Jinder Mahal.